fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. My name is Marie, and this is Indigo Earth Tarot. I am here to do an August 2022 forecast reading for you, our fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Hey, thanks for coming in. I will be using a little bit of a different spread in this reading, different than the one I use in the individual zodiac signs, just so we can dive a little bit deeper into the message coming through for you. And as always, I ask you to just take what resonates. If it doesn't resonate, don't try to make it fit. There may be portions of the reading that fit and other portions that don't quite fit. So just take what works and leave behind what doesn't. All right, this is for our fire signs. If you're new to the channel, hello and welcome, and thank you for coming in. Good to have you here. Feel free to swap around the characters. This could be you. This could be someone that you're deeply connected with as well. Interpret the direction or the meaning as it relates to your personal situation. Let's get started for you. This is for our fire signs. Aries, Leo season we are in, and Sagittarius. All right, fire signs. So overall energy for the reading, we have the Seven of Wands. Standing your ground on something, or maybe creating some really strong boundaries here. There may be a lot coming at you that you're having to defend yourself, but we'll see where that goes. So what's your current energy? Where are you right now? We have the Hierophant. For some of you, this could be a marriage, could be about tradition, could be about culture, really strong influence of culture, moral values, wise leader, teacher. So what's your situation right now? We have the Ten of Pentacles, something lasting. This could be about family, this could be about your career. This could have something to do with what you do for a living, how you live your life, something with some sustainability to it. So what's your challenge right now in this situation? We have the Hermit. Oh, in order to hone in on these skills, there needs to be a time of quiet, semblance, aloneness, deep introspection, searching. So let's see what life is working on with you here. We have the Ten of Swords. This could have something to do with surrender. What have you been doing up until this time? How did you get here? We have the King of Cups. Well, actually, I mean, making decisions for the good of the whole. Heartfelt. Could be wearing your heart out on your sleeve. An open book, kind of. So what's heading your way? What's coming at you here? We have the Lovers, a connection, a deep, deep connection, a soul connection here. And what have you got going for you in this situation? The Nine of Swords. You're having a lot of thoughts about this. There may be some apprehension here about it. Or some anxiety. I don't know why that would be what you have going for you, but we'll get some clarity on that. So what are the outside influences here? We have Temperance. Could have something to do with wanting to bring something together. This could also have to do with something being extremely out of balance here. But this could also have something to do with mediation. This is Sagittarius energy coming in. So this is kind of like those really getting to the heart of the matter here. And also about, Sagittarius getting back out in nature. Learning about yourself through nature, getting in touch with Earth. So let's see what your next steps are. What do you need to do here? Yeah, Knight of Coins. Keep moving. Keep doing what you're doing. Strong and steady wins the race, if you're trying to win a race. But this is just about loyalty, putting one foot in front of the other, be here now. Could also be about just moving forward, one step at a time, not trying to take on too much, just as much as you can take on. But this is also about trust and loyalty, perseverance a little bit. So let's see what your hopes and fears are. We have the Knight of Swords. This could be messages, or this could be reacting or overreacting too quickly here. And what's your probable outcome? We have the Ten of Wands. This could be taking responsibility and just moving forward. Maybe in spite of things not working out the way you want them to just keep pushing forward. So let's dive in. Let's find out what's going on here. Because it looks like you're setting some boundaries. Some healthy boundaries for yourself. So let's see what the Ten of Pentacles is. Family. Family is very important at this time. Clarify the Ten of Pentacles here in the situation. We have the Eight of Cups. We have the Ace of Swords. And we have the Nine of Cups. Some of you could have emotionally disconnected yourself from family, friends, something like that. In seeking your own personal happiness, Nine of Cups. Some of you may have to leave family behind or leave a home life behind, moving forward for your own personal happiness here. Some of you could be moving, starting a different life, starting a different reality, but there's something about leaving something to do with longevity, family tradition, family, or something like that, in search of your own truth and your own happiness. So let's see what the Hermit is. What's the Hermit? Some of you could be dealing with a Virgo. Some of you could be dealing with a Taurus. Some of you could be dealing with a Gemini, a Sagittarius. What is the Hermit? Because here's the challenge. It's kind of setting off on your own a little bit here for deeper knowledge, deeper understanding, spiritual insight. Well, this guy wanted to pop out. New beginnings. King of Wands, Two of Wands. Well, there's a strong influence here and a strong pull. We got the King of Wands. I mean, right now you could go in either direction. I think there's something, you know, I don't know if this is for personal interest, personal perseverance, because we got the Nine of Cups here. You know, this is something that you want. You know, Ten of Cups is everybody's happy. Everybody, you know, things are flowing. This is, you know, family, extended families involved. Nine of Cups is what you want. And when you got it with the King of Wands here, there could be some kind of self-preservation coming through. I don't know that you've actually taken the action to do it. You may have just emotionally disconnected yourself at this point because you want a new beginning here. But it's asking for some sort of deep reflection here, right? You know, some of you, maybe this is does have something to do with, this is for your benefit, and your benefit alone. It's not going to benefit anybody else. If you're trying to find some sort of higher calling, or some sort of spiritual journey here, or something to do, that's more of a creative endeavor, there may be some sort of emotional attachment to tradition, culture, the way things have always been done, systems, marriage. The Hierophant can represent marriage. You may have to set out on your own here, leaving, family behind to set out in your own truth. There may be a need for a little bit of wanting to do things the way that you want to do it. I don't know. I mean, you're kind of at a sitting on the fence a little bit here with this decision. But it's something that's very influential that you really, really want. And it might be something that you might have to do on your own, the Hermit. So let's see what the Ten of Swords is. Feeling a little bit powerless. But this is what life is trying to help you with. Could be surrender. This Seven of Wands could be, I'm going to do what I want to do regardless of what's coming at me, or, what other people think or how they feel about it. You're defending your stance. We have the Knight of Wands, so there's that passion driving you forward. We have the Seven of Swords. And we have the Five of Wands. Well, when you've got the Seven of Swords and the Five of Wands, you're definitely in some conflict here. This drive is definitely stirring up some conflict. I guess the introspection is to see if this is really about your own personal desires, or is there some kind of underwritten desire for this that's not being seen. Because you got the Knight of Wands and the Seven of Swords here, right? The Seven of Swords is usually kind of about deception, not seeing things clearly. Being driven by, I don't know, selfish desires, or, I think you're experiencing a lot of internal turmoil going on here. That's why we have the Ten of Swords. You might be having some resistance from the outside coming at you here, but there's some kind of drive that's driving you forward to wanting something that you really, really want. And I think what life is trying to say is, the powerlessness that you feel, or, I almost feel like it's surrender. Surrender to this. Allow it to just be what it is. Allow people to have their opinions. Allow people to feel like you're being selfish. Allow people to, see it from their perspective. I don't know that there's anything malicious here. There could be. I mean, there might be. You might be denying yourself of something, or you might be deceiving yourself of something here. So let's keep going, because you got the King of Cups down here. And this is how you got here. Because it looks like you're trying to make a decision for the good of the whole. We have the Four of Cups coming in. We have the Eight of Cups coming in. And we have the Ace of Cups coming in. I think you were dissatisfied. And I think you emotionally disconnected, maybe from, could be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Because you wanted to start again in love. And I think the decision that you made, you know, maybe it, on the outside, doesn't look like it's the right decision if some of you are leaving a marriage. But really, I think you're doing it for the benefit of everybody. There might be children involved here. Some people stay together in long-term commitments and relationships because of the children. I don't know that that's something that you feel is necessary, important. Well, not necessary, but sometimes that can be more devastating and more damaging, staying in something just to kind of play pretend, make it look like something that it isn't. I think you want something genuine in love here and in relationship. I think you might be in a commitment where you feel alone, the hermit, and I think you've done some great introspection here. But I think that you want to do something that you want to do, even though you might not have taken the steps to do it yet. And you might be stirring up a lot of discontent, so to speak. You may be not have physically moved away yet, but emotionally, I think you've kind of pulled back. So let's see what the Lovers is. We have the Empress. I think that you're somebody who very much, yeah, Judgment. Look at that. Who very much shines bright in connections and relationships. I've got Scorpio coming in, and I've got Libra coming in. Venus. And Venus usually goes through relationships. Look at that. I think you need to trust yourself. Venus usually, through relationships, finds out what doesn't work before she finds out what does work. And I think in this situation, you're finding out what didn't work. We got the Empress here. And I think you want for something that is more in alignment, Ace of Swords, with your truth and your happiness. Because you got the High Priestess coming in here. You've also got awareness coming in. Some of you, you know, this could be, well, I don't see a return from anybody coming back. I don't have the Six of Cups coming in, but you do have Judgment coming in. There, you know, some of you, this could be somebody else wanting to come back in to be with you. Because we have the Lovers showing up, so there's definitely a connection here. And we got Venus coming in. This just seems to be something inside of you that just feels like the right thing to do. Like, it's kind of like you got the high priest, or you got the Hierophant here. So, you know, that's kind of that inner wisdom, that inner guidance, you know, that spiritual awareness. And you got the High Priestess over here. You know, it's kind of like it's just something inside of you that just isn't going to go away. So let's see what the Nine of Swords is, because this is what you've got going for you. So please explain this one, because what? How is the Nine of Swords like? I don't know. Maybe this fear, you know, that indicator in there is a signal. Could be a signal. We got the Queen of Swords. We got the Lovers. Yeah. I just don't think you feel comfortable in here. I think you know it. Queen of Swords, like you know it. You see it clearly. It's not a place where you feel at home or, you know, being your best self, so to speak. I mean, it's not like you don't love this person or you don't care for this person. I think there is you know, you have compassion, understanding. You know, you have a heart for this person as well. But I think it's very clear to you, Queen of Swords, that this causes a lot of angst and anxiety. You know, just feeling not comfortable. So let's find out what Temperance is. These are the outside influences. This could be Sagittarius, could be dealing with the Sagittarius. We have the Nine of Cups. We have the Ten of Wands. And we have the Hermit again. It's Virgo energy. Virgo energy is very much purging and purification. I'm just going to say this, fire signs. I feel like this is a pull on the inside that's just too strong. You got two spiritual cards here, sandwiched in between happiness and stress. Ten of Wands, overbearing. I don't think you're trying to shake your responsibility, but I think that, you know, this is just a heavy, it's heavy. It's a heavy load. And you want to kind of be, you want to be free of this load. And I don't think you want to carry somebody else's emotions with you for the decisions that you're making, or have that burden of responsibility. It's like you're trying to carry your own happiness and carry everybody else's burdens. And you want to release from that, the Hermit. So let's see what the Knight of Coins is. What is the Knight of Pentacles? This is movement, very slow movement, but it is movement. Moving towards healing yourself. This may be a situation where it's just, you know, it's not all or anything. It's just one step at a time, moving forward into heading in the direction that you want to head into. There's Temperance again. Have patience. And we got the Knight of Pentacles again. So this is movement forward. Doing it one step at a time in integrity and honesty. Having patience, having understanding. But you are moving towards your happiness, towards healing here. It's just going to be somewhat of a slower process maybe than what you anticipated. It's not going to be an all or nothing kind of thing. This kind of seems to be not progressive, kind of like it's kind of unraveling the string, you know, a little bit at a time. So let's see what the Knight of Swords is. It's your hopes and fears. Yeah, not moving too quickly. Queen of Swords. Nine of Wands. I think you want to move quickly through this, but I think it's best not to move quickly through this. Knight of Swords, you know, freeing yourself up, the Fool. Because I think it's just going to cause more. You got the Nine of Wands here. It's just going to cause more backlash, resistance. Give me one more for this, please. Yeah, it is. It's just going to cause more resistance here. You got the Emperor coming in. And it's going to cause you to build up some more walls if you move too quickly through this, or maybe even say too much right away. I think, you know, you've got experiential knowledge here, the Queen of Swords coming in, right? So that's someone with a high amount of intelligence, somebody who is very witty, somebody who makes decisions that's fair and that's just, and being truthful, but also being, you know, not stern, but you're direct in where you're going and what you're going to do. Queen of Swords is not going to back down. Queen of Swords is going to be fair in all the decision-making processes and takes action that way. So instead of like doing things real quickly, you're kind of doing things at a pace that is highly intelligent, smart decision-making, because you don't want to build up more resistance here. You're already dealing with enough resistance as it is, and I think eventually you might cave. Ten of Swords, you might give in. So let's see what the Ten of Wands is. The pressure's on. That's Capricorn energy coming in. Taking your responsibility. Invite him for dinner, please. The devil shows up. You've got responsibilities. You need to do this. You need to do that. You need to carry this load. You need to carry the burden. That's that Capricorn energy coming in of due diligence, workhorse. But you got the Knight of Cups coming. And you got the Eight of Swords. So know that, and the Four of Pentacles. This Capricorn energy coming in is really to kind of bury you, right? Eight of Swords, to keep you trapped, devil, keep you trapped, keep you held down, not allow you to move forward. Four of Pentacles. And you're probably going to meet some of this. But I think here you've got the Knight of Cups in the midst of this, right? Keep moving forward in love. Keep moving forward in, you know, in your vision. Because your vision is very relevant. And usually when this guy shows up, I mean, invite him to dinner. What is it you want me to know? Why are, you know, what is it you're holding me back from? What am I hanging on to here that I need to let go of? What am I hoarding? What am I not feeling right about? Because you've got a lot coming at you here that's bringing you, trying to keep you in your place. You're being selfish. You're only thinking of yourself. You're only doing this. You're only doing that. You know, this is that stuff that keeps you up at night. Am I being selfish? Am I really doing the, you know, the right things? You got the Queen of Swords here, the bullshit detector. You can smell bullshit when you see it. That's not the truth about you, right? And it might be coming from your closest connections. Maybe they're saying they're doing it out of love. I don't know. But I think that, you know, you've got your heart open and you're listening, but you're also listening with discernment. Queen of Swords. And you're making decisions that are fair for everybody. So let's pull some advice. Because here you go, standing your ground, creating boundaries. And that may be part of what this experience is all about for you, is creating boundaries. You got first light, you're beginning a new cycle. So, of course, there's going to be resistance. We need one more, please. Right now, go slow, take your time. You're kind of fogged in, but know that you're beginning a new cycle. And you get to choose your own path. It's all possible for you. Oh, I love that. Beautiful, beautiful advice for you, fire signs. So that's what I have for you for August 2022. Know this guy's coming in, wants your attention, invite him to dinner. Meet him with love. So until next time, Grand Rising, fire signs. Bye-bye.